スギヒラタケ is a ちょっと待ってね。こんなやつ this is like a white mushroom we can pick up from the pine tree orこんなの食べます皆さん。いやaccording to the newspapers, so almost all the people in the mainland of Japan, they 食べるっていうんですよ。もうそうかな。私もよく知らなかった。いや、this type of mushrooms is not commercially available. Usually, the elderly men, おじいちゃんおばあちゃん go to the mountains and pick up these mushrooms and to sell on the street corners. Not on the commercial very much, commercially very much. そんなに商業的に出回ってるもんじゃないんです。裏山で取れるようなキノコなんです。And another one is, among 55, 19 had died. It's a quite high case fatality ratio. So, スギヒラタケマッシュルーム。What do you think on the so discrete epidemiology, time component, maybe we have a one-time exposure, single exposure for these three prefectures. Place component, only Japan seaside, northern area, that area, and we could not find any cases among other area of main island. And person component, elderlies, male, female, maybe the same, but elderlies with low renal function, there are some risk factors. And somebody said there's a rumors with Sgi hirataki toxins. And based on the laboratory investigation, so infectious agent, we can collect samples of urine, blood, liquor, right? And any kind of samples from the cases, and did some carried out a laboratory investigation. So JE, Japanese encephalitis, herpes simplex, or others, centuries, Rift Valley fever, or whatever. So all negative for infectious agent. Chemicals, pesticide, we investigated pesticide, any kind of toxins. However, all negative. So we are very worried about that. However, as you see in the case epidemic curve, the case was already naturally, so without any control measures, it's over. ケースは自然と終わっちまったんですよね。エピカーブで見たように。So without any control measures, the case has also declined and outbreak was looks over. However, so we try to identify any source, transmission route, or risk factors. So we did a case control studies because as such event, we do not have a clear borders. ちょっとどこかわからんですけどね、ボーダーがわからんし。So it's a community outbreaks. So we set up case control study. So I didn't move into the case control study in detail. But we identified several risk factors. We couldn't identify any pathogen sources or chemicals, toxins. Eventually. これ答えがないんですよ。これ期待持たせて悪いけども。答えがない。Yeah, sorry, unfortunately, we didn't have answers of the sources, pathogens, toxins, chemicals. However, that event occurred only in 2004. After 2004 or before 2004, there's no such event of that area. この都市以外にはこんなのないんですよね。不思議なことに。So, according to some case control study, we identify several risk factors. Visiting mountain. 山に入るっていうのが visiting mountain of the elderly people. It's one of the risk factors according to the case control studies. Visiting mountain. And mushroom consumption. However, many of the elders of that area have Sgi hirataki mushrooms of that season. The summertime or late summertime. So still unknown. So it's some bitter experience for our team. Couldn't identify any sources, pathogens, toxins, or any transmission route. And also risk factor. 特異的な specific, we couldn't identify any specific risk factors. However, it's a bitter experience. However, we try to pick up any clues of this event every year. It occurred in 2004. It's more than 10 years ago. So every year, we try a special surveillance activities of that area, Akita, Yamagata, Niigata, and try to find whether or not the same event had occurred or not. However, after 2004, there's no such event. So that's a bitter experience, and sorry for those who are expected to the answers. No answer. Sorry about that, but that's a bitter experience even for our field epidemiologists. So, but maybe you have some idea. Identify, confirm the unusuals. Then case definitions. And based on the case definition, collect information. And summarizing and analyzing the case information according to time, place, person. Then you have some idea about hypothesis. In this case, there's no hypothesis, but hypothesis. And test the hypothesis using the analytical epidemiology, case control study or cohort study or whatever. And after that, then based on your findings, move on to the direct control measures of the event. That's some systematic approach of the outbreak event. So now I have to summarize in my talks. So every year I joined and participated with this course for 2 times. 何回ぐらいあるんでしたっけ？全部で5、6回あるんで。Yeah, actually, I have a 2 slot for your this course. The Kihara sensei, as I talked last year, why Kihara sensei invited me to talk with you and to work with you is, as far as I'm concerned, one important objectives to talk with you is to give you some idea about public health practice. Yeah, because now you are working on a public health research, right? Public health research in the universities or public health research in the research institute. However, sometimes or many times or almost all the time, public health research is sometimes far from the public health practice or real public health world, because on the public health research area, so the final outcome is paper, right? Publishing, roughly speaking. But after publishing the papers, so you can expect some sort of feedback from the real public health field is maybe very far futures, not so near. So Kihara sensei expected me to talk with you and some ideas about how to get some feedback, direct feedback from the field. So that is some sort of joy, enjoyment, and pleasure for our public health practitioners, pleasure of our public health practitioners. Direct feedback from the public health world. So, sorry about Japanese about that. そういった皆様の今リサーチの現場にいるけれども、そういったパブリックヘルスの現場でのそのちょっと楽しさっていうのを皆様にちょっとだけでも味わってお話の上だけでも味わってほしいっていうのが木原先生の気持ちかなと思っていつも話しているんですね。So, summarizing my talks of last week and this week. So, maybe I have 2 take-home messages to you. Only 2. The others, you can forget about that. Just the first one is, for your career path, there's a public health practitioner in addition to the public health research. So public health practitioner, there's a way of the public health practitioner, field epidemiologist in your future career, there's another option. So that's some first message. リサーチの分野じゃなくて、こういう施設の現場で働く道っていうのもあるよっていうのが、as a public health practitioner. それが一つのメッセージですね。That's the first message. And the second message is time, place, person. So this is one of the important, one of the biggest issues I've learned from my experience. That's time, place, person. When you work on the populations, regardless of the human, regardless of the animal, regardless of the living things, any kind of issues, populations. So summarizing the data according to time, place, person, and analyzing the data according to time, place, person. So that's why. So after that, so you can keep the right track. Sorry about in Japanese. ですね、その人の集団でも皆様がこれからフューチャー将来的にどんなエリアで仕事をするにしても集団ポピュレーション人の集団でもいいしアニマル動物の集団でもいいしその製品の集団でもいいし何かの塊を扱うときにですね集団ポピュレーションを扱うときタイムプレイスパーソンで情報を集めてタイムプレイスパーソンで解析したらそんなに道を外れることはないよライトトラックをキープできるよとこれちょっと最後のメッセージ So I have two messages take home message to you The one is public health practice こういう道もある You can choose the practice the way of the practice rather than research これが first message The second message is time, place, person The others you can forget about that So that's the end of my talk もうこんな時間ですよねAnd if you have a chance to come to Japan, not Japan, Tokyo, so I'm working in the National Institute of Infectious Disease and National Institute of Public Health as a field epidemiologist and as a public health practitioner and working in the field, not a research field. So enjoy your futures and enjoy the rest of the time in your university days. ありがとうございました。Thank you very much.